Setting SMART goals is your key to success. This video will teach you how to map out your goals step by step. Let's make this your year of momentum. And don't forget to grab your free 12-day Kickstart planner in my Facebook group, the Empower Collective. Question for you. Are your goals setting you up for success or for failure? If you are tired of falling short of your goals, then this is for you. I'll show you how SMART goals can help you transform your life. But before we dive in, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on mindset and success. And stay till the end to grab a free planner to help you kickstart your goals. So what exactly are SMART goals? These are goals that you make using the acronym SMART. And what the letters stand for is specific, measurable, attainable, relatable, and time-bound. So let's break those down a little further. So when you are making your goals, the first letter of SMART is S, and it is specific. You want to be crystal clear on exactly what it is you want. Like it's easy to say, I want to make more money this year, but be specific. I want to make 100K this year. I want to increase my monthly income by $5,000. That could be whatever it is for you. Maybe you want to lose 45 pounds. Whatever it is, you need to be very specific, because one of the first ways we already kind of set our goals up to fail is we're too vague with them. So you're going to want to take a bit of time when you're sitting down to write out your goals and really truly be specific. So here's a tip. When you're creating this goal, ask yourself, what do I truly want to achieve? And be crystal clear about that. And then write down a detailed description of your goal. And this is going to help you be more specific. And the next part is measurable. You want to make sure that you can actually track your goals. So we'll go back to this wanting to make more money. I'll track my monthly income. This is where you're going to want to use some sort of an app or a journal or a ledger book and actually physically write down everything that you're bringing in. And that way you're able to track it. When your goal is measurable and you can watch it and you can track it, you're way more apt to be able to achieve that goal. So you want to also set yourself up to celebrate the small wins along the milestones along the way. It's going to help keep you motivated and excited to keep working towards your goal. So you wanted to make that extra $5,000 a month, and maybe you're just at the end of the first week and you've already made $1,000. Celebrate that, because you're already partway to your goal. And you're going to, as I said, track that. And there's so many ways to do that nowadays. You could journal it. You can find all sorts of money tracking or budget apps online and do it that way. Whatever is going to be easiest for you to track and measure your steps towards your goal. The next part of the SMART goal is the A, and that is attainable. Now, you want to make your goals exciting and like actually challenging to reach, but not so far out of reach that they're not attainable. You want to be realistic. If you're totally broke today, you're not going to say, I want to be a billionaire by next week. The chances of that happening are pretty minuscule, almost next to impossible. But if you're reaching towards that goal of making an extra $5,000 a month, then you're going to want to break that down into, well, then I need to make this much a week. I need to make this much a day. And then you can make it a lot more attainable. It's still exciting. You're still reaching for that goal. It's still going to be a challenge, but it's not so far out in left field that it's not attainable. And that is another way that you're going to help yourself actually be successful with your goals, is by keeping them attainable. So as you reach for that now attainable goal that you've made, you're going to want to break that into those smaller actionable steps. This is also going to help you create that momentum that you need to be successful with your goals. So write out one small task that you can do this week that's going to baby step you towards your goal. The next part of the acronym is the R in SMART goals, and this is relatable. You actually want to make your goals relatable to something that's genuine to you. You're not going to set a goal to become, an Olympic athlete at something if you don't even like sports to begin with. That would not be relatable at all. And there's all these great ways out there to start a business or have a lifestyle. But if it's kind of not already in line with who you are to begin with, it's not going to be relatable for you. Like, you may see online that, oh my goodness, you can make a lot of money with like crypto and Bitcoin, but you're really not kind of a numbers mathy person to begin with, then that's maybe not something you want to head towards. But you need to make that extra $5,000 a month. You're a very healthy, active person. Then maybe you want to choose a relatable goal that's going to help you bring in that extra money, where you help people meal prep, or maybe you help people with an exercise routine. You want to pick something that's already relatable to who you are at your core and the likes and passions you already have. When you make your goals relatable, then, or relevant to you and relevant to your natural skills and loves and passions, it's going to be that much easier to be successful reaching your goals. And the final letter of the acronym is the T, which refers to time bound. This is where you're going to set your goals and give them a time limit. You're not going to make $1 billion by next week if you're absolutely dirt poor today. But getting to 100K within a year isn't actually out of the realms of impossibility. It is something you could do. So you really want to look at the goal you're trying to achieve and give it an appropriate amount of time. Again, you're going to want to make it a little challenging. You want to try to really work towards your goal. You don't want to make it too easy, but you still want to give it some sort of a time frame so that you're just not out there all willy-nilly going, well, someday I'll eventually get to my goal. You want to give it a time. We'll use the weight thing again. Like, you may want to lose about 45 pounds. You're not going to lose that in a week, but you could lose 45 pounds healthily in 6 months. So you would give yourself that time frame of 6 months and then do all the little daily things, drink more water, sleep better, eat right, get some exercise all along the way for 6 months. And you'd be surprised that you might even get there sooner than the 6 months. But it's not out of the realm of possibility to get there within that 6 month time. Or if you're looking to really increase your income, you want to give that 6 months to a year to really get to that end goal you want. If you just want to launch a business and get it out there and get the name, that's something that maybe could have a shorter time bound frame of like maybe 30 days. Just depends on what the goal is. But if you've walked yourself through the acronym SMART and made your goal specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, then giving it a very specific amount of time that makes sense is really just going to give you that one extra little oomph, kick in the butt that's going to help you be successful in achieving your goal. So why do SMART goals work better than just your average regular goal that people make? Because a SMART goal helps give you clarity. There is a big difference between saying, I want to lose some weight, and being very specific about, I'm going to lose 20 pounds in the next 2 months. The minute you make the SMART goals and have that clarity of those steps, you're going to be that much further ahead towards actually achieving your goal. So be specific about the outcome that you want, but also be specific about the deadline that you want to achieve it within. So rewrite any vague goal that you may already have or have from in the past and turn it into a SMART goal. And you're going to see a lot more momentum and headway towards actually achieving it. Another reason SMART goals work better is because it helps give you motivation. When you can see those measurable steps and you could see how relevant and relatable it is to you and what you want to achieve, it just gives you that extra motivation to actually achieve it. And because we wrote it down, we have it in some sort of a measurable tracker, whether it's an app, whether it's just in a journal, it's kind of that, what do they refer to that as? It's that accountability, because now it's visual and your friends and family can see it and they can kind of bug you and say, hey, how are you working towards that goal of yours? Share your stuff with the friends. Reward yourself for the small milestones along the way. When you're measuring it and tracking it and others can see it too, you're going to want to join a community per se to stay connected of other like-minded people trying to work to their goals. And then as you reach all those little steps and those little milestones along the way, make sure to reward yourself. It's going to make working towards your goal that much more fun, which is going to help keep you motivated. Having your goals structured in the SMART goal way is going to help increase your efficiency. It'll help you work smarter, not harder. So focus your energy specifically on those action steps that are going to matter most to help work you towards your goal. Identify the easiest path towards your goal and then eliminate all the distractions that aren't going to help you get towards your goal. Because when you can have that step-by-step action steps set up, then it's going to help you remove the distractions that are holding you back from reaching your goal. All right, so now you know what a SMART goal is, and you know why SMART goals are more effective than just a regular goal. But how do you stay committed to your SMART goals? Well, revisit and adjust your goals on a regular basis. They're not going to stay the same all the way. Like, you may be working towards losing that 45 pounds, but when you're halfway there, your goal may change. You may well, I only wanted to lose 45, but now I really want to go for that full 70. So adjust it. Or maybe you're partway in and you're working towards losing that 45 pounds, but you found a new sport that you love as well. Now part of that goal is to maybe get better and excel at that specific sport. Maybe it's paddle boarding, maybe it's pickleball. There's all sorts of things that may pop up along the way. And to really help keep you committed to your SMART goal, it's okay to revisit them and adjust them as needed. So sometimes too, maybe you're partway through to your goal, you want to make a certain amount of money doing a certain side job or side hustle, and the progress is just kind of stalling, and you realize it's not really what you're passionate about like you thought you were. It's okay to pivot. It's okay. Regularly check in with your goals to stay aligned and see if they still ring true for you. So I highly suggest that you schedule weekly goal check-ins just to see if you're still on track towards your goal, or if that goal is even still the goal that you actually want to achieve. Do yourself that favor and do that weekly check-in. It's okay. And then visualize your success daily. It's not just enough to have the goal and to be working towards the goal, but you want to literally visualize yourself achieving the goal. Pro athletes use visualization. Top business CEOs use visualization. It really is a subconscious, helpful technique to really help propel you forward towards your goal. So, a good example of that is doing a meditation or a visualization every morning, every evening, or for a lot of people who are very visual, this is where a vision board comes in. And for many people, they work extremely well, and a lot of people swear by them. Just wanting you to know, if you are thinking, yeah, maybe a vision board's something I need to do this year, and you haven't done one yet, I am holding a vision board workshop next week. The details to join up and come and join me in my vision board workshop will be below, and I will give you more information at the end of the video about that, so stay tuned. But you want to create a vision board with all your goals and all your action steps towards your goals all visually in front of you, and then place it somewhere where you're going to see it every day. And there's some really cool, interesting ways to do that, which I'm going to share in the workshop, so you're not going to want to miss it. So if that's something you really want some help with, I just implore on you to come and join us, because it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to get a lot of value out of it. And at the end of the day, you're going to have a vision board that's really going to help steer you towards all your SMART goals. And as I mentioned before, it is super important to celebrate your progress, not just the results. So acknowledge even the small wins along the way. You're working towards losing that 45 pounds and you're not there yet. Maybe you've lost the first 5. Celebrate that. Or maybe it just got easier for you this week to drink an extra glass of water every day that you didn't used to drink. Celebrate that. If you're trying to create more income and maybe you haven't made a whole lot of income yet, but you've got a lot of new potential clients at least viewing your stuff and in your circle, celebrate that. You are going to have more momentum and more gusto to keep working towards your goal if you celebrate your progress along the way and not just the results. So treat yourself to something fun for each little milestone. Now, if your milestone is losing weight, I'm not going to suggest that you celebrate with cookies. Just saying. But maybe you treat yourself to going out and getting your nails done. You grew your Facebook group where you're trying to grow your audience so you have a larger audience to sell to and make more money to increase your income. And you got an extra 5 people into your Facebook group this week. Celebrate that and treat yourself to a little something. Maybe you treat yourself to a new Mel Robbins book that you wanted to read. The more you treat yourself along the way, the more it's going to motivate you and inspire you to keep working towards your SMART goal. So write down one way that you'll celebrate your small wins. Like, put it right on your vision board. Put it in that journal you're keeping as you're tracking and measuring all the steps within your SMART goal. Write it down somewhere so to remind yourself to celebrate the progress along the way. So I hope you found value in this video about SMART goals, and don't let this year pass you by without taking action. Download my 12-day Kickstart Planner in my Facebook group, the Empower Collective, and it's going to help you jumpstart your goals. And then my next suggestion to you is to join my vision board workshop called Manifesting Dreams. Leave a comment below with your thoughts. Do you have big goals for this year? Do you use the SMART goal model? Or are you going to try out the SMART goal model? I would love to hear your comments below and get feedback from you and just connect with you. And I'd love to hear what goals you're setting for this year. And until the next time, reemerge and rise, my warriors, because warriors do it better. And we will see you in the next video.